Holy crap, what a market. If you had told me a week ago that Wall Street Bets on Reddit was gonna be able to move stocks like GameStop, BlackBerry, and AMC, I would have asked you, what kind of Kool-Aid are you drinking? Because I want some too. So ending the day green with a nice start to the Monday. We had extreme volatility today. I don't know what kind of platforms you guys were on. I was on Dash Trader Pro, and even that was a little bit laggy. So I don't know how you guys are trading on Robinhood and Thinkorswim and Interactive Brokers. So a lot of stocks gapped up over the weekend. Obviously, with what happened on GME on Friday, that led a lot of other stocks, such as BlackBerry, PLTR, AMC, and many others. Almost everything gapped up this morning, and it was very volatile. There were plays to the upside and downside, and I think right now it's more than ever to follow the trend in the market. There's plays on both sides, but you just want to make sure that you're not counter trend trading. So today coming in, I was more bullish on most of these stocks. My main watch on the day was BlackBerry, BB. So obviously we had a nice gap up from $14 all the way to 18 and 19's pre-market. I had some swing over the weekend, but for day trading wise, I was looking to long the dips. As expected, this thing kind of had a decent sell off from the open about 1970s down to 1780s. So I was patient. I was waiting for the reversal to go long. I'm not gonna be one of those person who buy at the top. So once it dipped around the 1740s, bottom started forming, and that's why I started scaling in. Starter, once it starts bouncing, I want to add into my winner, right? Longed it here, long some more around 1780s, and added once the $18 start holding. And this thing was trading extremely high volume, very liquid. And it's relatively cheap, so you could take some decent size, whatever you're comfortable with your account. I sold some small into the VWAP push, but from my memory, from trading BlackBerry, if you look at a daily chart, I traded this thing last week, and I think last week I traded it twice. This thing tends to hold VWAP and actually test the high of the day. So this time I actually didn't sell out too soon. So I did sell into the pushes, but I added back. Once was starting to hold the 1920s, which is around the opening highs. Sold into the 1980s, and my final was 1980s. I had hoped for a $20 push, but around this area, it was kind of grinding and kind of volume was decreasing a little bit, so I was a little bit worried. So I'm all out of that initial long position. Up here, around the pre-market high, around 2070s, where I actually had a small scalp short. This is an extreme resistance, and if you remember what I just said earlier, if you look at the chart, how BlackBerry trades on this day and this day, it actually tested pre-market highs, and we got this V shape off the bottom. This thing came from 1750s, right? Around $20. That's a decent, good risk reward trade on the short side when you have a prior resistance to risk of. So this is not the same as if the stock is breaking out to new highs and I just keep on shorting, adding on the way up. No, this is with a prior risk right here. So I did short some around 2060s, smaller size. Again, trend is still intact. I covered all of it into this dip around $20. So nice little short around this area. Actually, I did go back for the long. If you guys remember, around this time is where SPY took a giant sell-off, red candle. It pulled a lot of the stocks, and unfortunately, I did got caught. Even though I was long, I did give back some profit on the secondary trade. If you see, I did sell some into this, but I tried to relong it here and stopped out at the very bottom. I just had to stop out because this thing was very volatile, and at the time, a lot of things pulled $2-3, such as PLTR, even GameStop, and everything pulled together. So I just have to protect my downside. Even so, my longs here got stopped out. This is where actually after it bounced, creating this lower high. As you can see, VWAP is rejecting. I started scaling in short on BlackBerry. Right? Because I'm technically speaking, this could start forming the backside. So instead of trying to short this on the way up, I'm waiting for 19s to fail. You can see it failed once, failed twice, 3 times, 4 times here. And I'm covering into the dips, rescaling back around the same 1830s level. Once this level broke down, I added back short. So essentially, I'm waiting for the trend to reverse to short this thing after lower high setting, right? This is the high of the day, lower high around 19s. And once we broke down this 1830s key level, that's, I added more into the short side and I covered into the flush. So that was like an 1830s entry, added down here on 1740s, and then covered it all into this flush around low 16s. We did get some decent bounce for a scalp, but I'm all out on the short side and the long side as well. So BlackBerry was my main focus on the day. I traded this both long and then short. Very nice trade. And this thing was very, very liquid. And it's not a low float penny stock, not like one of those small caps. So it tends to respect the support and resistance levels a lot better as compared to the small cap stocks. So that was my main watch on BlackBerry. AMC, I did also participate on the long side, but I didn't do as well on this one. This one I took a loss early on, trying to long the reversal. Same idea as BlackBerry, but it was a little bit more delayed. Like they didn't trade exactly the same way. So I lost on the initial trade here, and I did relong it. I didn't catch the bottom this time. I did relong it around 440s. I even added here, and I did sell some into this and even added on this 470s, and then unfortunately we didn't even get to the 490s and $5, and that was my ultimate target. I did think that we were gonna keep on going, and that's why I held on to my shares, but when market pulled, I just stopped out everything right here, break even on the secondary long trade. If you look at this chart on SPY, this thing dumped from 384 all the way down to 378. So that pulled a lot of stocks. So unfortunately, AMC, my trade was minimized and it ended up being a small red. Now, GameStop is one that I didn't really participate in. Obviously with the short squeeze on Friday, a lot of shorts were trapped. And you can see this thing opened up weak and we just squeezed to new highs from $89 all the way to almost $160. I didn't participate in this, but this was something I was watching when I was trading BB and AMC, because this is kind of the leader of the WallStreetBets stocks, one of the YOLO calls or whatever. This thing did, is some crazy moves. I choose to avoid this because the spreads were huge, and this thing, imagine being stuck in this hold once, twice, 3, 4 times. Actually it's holded like 5 times over here. It's only once it's down here, I had a little scalp, but the bounce wasn't convincing. You can see, even though I did get long on 77s, this thing only bounced to a high of, I guess, 85s, and they just keep on making lower highs. So sometimes the best trades are the ones where you avoid. So this thing was definitely good to avoid, but it was a really good guidance as I was trading AMC and BB. So we're definitely in this crazy FOMO buying market right now, but just remember, just because chasing everything on the way up worked last week doesn't mean it's gonna continue working this week. Imagine buying GameStop at 135 and this thing holds it down, opened at $90. You're down, like $40, $50 a share. Like sometimes when the FOMO is so strong, it's not worth it. So overall, very nice way to start the week. The momentum is strong, the volume is strong, and there's a lot of range, both on the long side and the short side. It's important not to be too overly biased on either side, and you just join the trend, right? If you're long biased, you want to make sure you're buying the pullbacks and the dips and have proper stops. And if you're short biased, like I am sometimes, I want to make sure that I prior low high to risk off and not just adding on the way up. So hopefully you had a good start to the week, and let's hope this momentum continues. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the bad jokes. If you want to see more day trading content, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more. If you'd like to trade with me daily and get my free weekend watch list and trading journal, make sure to check out the links below for more resources. Stay green, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next time.